Oh no. Welcome to Rimworld? Where did that land? Where is that landing? Hang on. Quite literally, as I press the start recording button, a meteor storm is dropping. Oh my god, it's right in the middle of where everybody stood. You can't do that. Not to start the episode, you wouldn't. Run, run, run. Oh god. Yeah, they've landed. Whoa, that's not where it said it was going to land. Maybe we'll get multiple meteors. Our northern wall, then, immediately decimated here to mark the start of a new episode. I'm going to get everybody indoors, because this is a little bit concerning. Let's get them in there. Just any building. Is that the end of it, or is it's still going on? Look, you can see the arrows actually moving there as well. Oh, it's pointing our people. Oh. Oh, right. Okay, that's not what I expected. So the meteor storm doesn't actually show you where the meteor is going to land. What it's showing you is where your people are. That strikes me as far less useful. I know where my people are because I can click on them. Oh well, we've learned something today. We've learned a very valuable lesson. Well, that destroyed our entire northern wall. We did get a battery out of it, though. We were able to get a little bit more extra steel there as well. Oh, that sucks. All right. Well, to be fair, it's not such a big deal because we are fairly close to getting the ground penetrating scanner. When we get the ground penetrating scanner, we can just start drilling for kind of replacement bricks. I do want to double up on a lot of these walls as well at some point. Back to business. So yesterday, then, what did we do? Well, we survived the Inferno. We lost a couple of people. People have pointed out I could chop off their limbs. I always forget to do that, I'll be honest with you. I don't think I've ever really done that in any series I've ever done, rather than just trying to beat the infection. So I'll try and remember that for the next time. It's just something I've, ever since I started playing Rimworld, I just kind of neglect the fact that you can take a limb off rather than let them die. Now, the big question was with the Immortals. I said, what do we want to do with these Immortals? Should we keep them? Should we give them the opportunity to join the colony, or should we eat them? There was a pretty good argument for keeping Nadine as a character because she's got 15 medical, and she survived an Inferno, and she survived many things, earthquakes, tornadoes, the whole lot. I think we will recruit her, but she will be the last Immortal we add to the collection. Any other Immortals we pick up from now on, unless they are exceptional, which was what somebody actually said in the comment section, I fully agree with that. Unless they are exceptional, we should kill them and eat them instead, and gain their magic Immortal power, so that our 4 main characters, we won't do that with Immortal, but we'll do it with Sharon Swings and Robo Daddy. We'll give them the powers that they have, and hopefully we'll see an Apex Predator for once at the end of one of these series. Oh, colonists are gathering to celebrate Fingers and Beater's marriage. Oh, that's quite nice. Why is it so dark? Oh, we got an eclipse. Of course we got an eclipse. I don't know why I expected that. If I go stop and send everybody to the wedding. Yeah, there we go. Nice. That'll obviously give them a decent mood bonus for a while as well. Nothing like a dirty concrete room for your wedding reception. Rob didn't even give a shit. He was just sat there playing chess the entire time. Moods were already pretty high, but if you keep an eye on the mood bars here, we've got people starting to go up into green. Wow. And it's a free little opportunity to get some social in, so they'll probably end up working longer tonight for make up for the fact they don't need to do so much social, or recreation, I should say. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. We got a lot of steel coming in there as well. Got a little extra. This is definitely top priority now. So if we get raiders turning up, we've got to defend quite a massive quadrant, basically the entire top northwestern point of the map there. We could take that battery apart for the component. Oh, we do have 11 components, though, from where we took apart those ships. Okay, we'll hang on to it. I don't see why not. We did lose a battery, didn't we? One burned down. So we got one there. Yes, so we lost one of our major batteries. Oh, that's right. It was in the kitchen, wasn't it? So another one probably wouldn't hurt too much, especially as we are completely wind power based still. As it says up there in the top, we have a Sandstorm coming this year. Now, the Sandstorm last time I very much underestimated. I assumed it wouldn't be an issue. I assumed it would be a fairly safe occasion where we'd be able to just get a lot of work done. That was until sandstorms started spawning in our base. So they can't spawn indoors, but they can spawn, say for example, if we were to wall up this entire section, even a relatively small section, if we were just to put down something like that, 10 by 10 bricks, while it remains outdoors and unroofed, they can still spawn in there. Walls are also supposed to stop sandstorms, but we did see last time that we did this that the walls didn't do a huge amount, and of course the hit points of the wall will also influence that too. There's our ground penetrating scanner. Very nice. Okay then, let's focus on that more than anything else, I think, and then we'll take a look at what other research we want to do next, but I feel like this is fairly high priority here. Oh, we could also use a gas powered extractor. We could put that right there because we are not using the gas from the grid anymore at all. It seems a shame just to be letting this go to waste, right? We could do something better with it. But a gas-powered extractor on top of this limestone means that we can just keep extracting limestone as much as we want and then immediately process that into chunks. Alright, I'm alright with that. So let's also then, it also saves a little bit. I mean, it's granted it's only saving power, so maybe if that costs more components or something, well, maybe redo that. What are we looking at? I suppose on the plus side as well, a deep drill, we could just reinstall whatever the hell we want. And we're not exactly short of power. No. Alright, you know what, forget that then. We won't bother. We'll just use that specifically for heating or cooling or whatever else. I suppose the only bonus to that is that it is solar flare proof, but I don't think we need limestone chunks that desperately, to be honest with you. Was it under, like, Misc? Yeah, there we are. Ground penetrating scanner. Requires 1 advanced component. Oh. Well, that's fucked that up. I'm sure we had advanced components at some point, but I'm pretty sure I sold it and traded it away for non-advanced components because we were in such a desperate situation or something like that. Go ahead and forbid it for the time being, otherwise they'll just have components and steel stored in there. That's really not going to help us out at all. Nadine, then, you are set to recruit. We've got, so just to recap as well, a lot of people have been suggesting this recently. This is always, I think, going to be a debate for the rest of the time throughout Rimworld, but recruit and reduce resistance do the same thing. The only difference is, with recruit resistance, you're doing it to train social. You won't actually obviously recruit the prisoner after that. Besides that, though, they seem to be functionally identical. A load of YouTubers and a load of breakdowns on videos with that, and it all seems to be the same thing, just with the caveat that you again, won't recruit the prisoner. Say you've got a shit prisoner that you want to train up social, but don't want to bring into the colony, so they've got a load of prosthetics and they're slow or have terrible traits. That's good for that situation. I'm going to swap out the cotton after this growing cycle out for... think out for cabbages, or which was it, cabbages or lettuce? Cabbage plants, that's it. They are immune to toxin and radiation. So yesterday when we had that drought, would have been prevented by, I mean the cabbage deaths would have been prevented by the fact they are technically immune to that because it kills them via poison. Not really a drought, but it's essentially the same mechanic there. Also would help out if we ever decided to take a toxic fallout. There is actually a quest to do that right now. Pay toxic fallout, but of course if we do that, we're just going to lose all of these crops before they've even had a chance to grow again. What I want to do today is, if we get enough limestone after we've repaired the northern wall, is to expand this out, build a proper stockpile, and then have a separate stockpile from the workrooms. Because right now, I mean, we're just completely rammed there because we've got way too much shit. You can put a skip down, I guess, just to haul chunks and crap like that too. So we've got a lot of this storage space that's being taken up by steel slag chunks. Eventually will come in, obviously, very handy, but for the time being, I think we just want to go dump them outside because they are... I mean, we can't even haul in certain things like hyperweave jackets, for example, that fall in those survival pods. We've got steel there that we can't even bring into the base. Nice. Wow. There's another one. Holy shit. I hope they're 10 components each. I will admit, I don't remember them always being 10 components apiece. I thought they were always like 3, 4, something like that. This seems like quite a nice component influx if that is the case. Let's take a look here quickly. Yeah, there we go. Wow. There's another 10 components. Now, last time we had a load of components that we didn't really need. I said, we don't need all those components. And then a tornado hit our chem fuel and destroyed everything. So, man, maybe we should go for 2 different stockpiles. That way, if there's a disaster in one, because we've had our stockpile burned down over the course of this Unkillable series, including the last attempt as well. Both times in both series, even last episode, the stockpiles have burned down. So I almost kind of want to decentralize our stockpiles a little bit, maybe just dot them around the map with the storage mod. Band of thugs want us to pay 95 silver, otherwise they'll what, raid us? Refuse. Yeah. Come, fight us. I'm alright with that, because we've got, I mean, we've got 7 people, all of which are capable of violence as well, aren't they? You need a weapon. Chain shotgun is not bad, actually. Chain shotgun or auto pistol, I feel like we're giving the chain shotgun in that situation. There we are. We need to make sure this guy's got a full set of gear as well. The burlap isn't too terrible as well, from what I recall, with, like, protection from blunt and things like that. Armor sharp, armor heat. I mean, it's 7% protection from sharp there, which isn't too bad. So tribal raiders really aren't going to be able to do much to us at all, because all of these layers combined are giving a crazy amount of protection against sharp. We could sacrifice a bit of insulation for, say, flak jackets, armor vests. We could put on, like, that marine armor, for example. I think at this stage of the game, where we're not getting many mechanoids and we're not getting too many advanced faction raids, it's probably not worth it. You know, until we're fighting Ultratech or maybe the Empire if I end up pissing those guys off, then it's a problem. Okay, let's see what they've thrown at us. Oh, it's just tribespeople anyway. Oh my god, they've been attacked by mechanoids. Is it just one? Okay, so we got some up there as well. They're on the fire. So we do actually have the raids gone wrong mod, but I think this is the first time in this series and last series that we've actually seen a raid go wrong. These guys have turned up on fire, and these guys are under attack from lancers. Okay, so really nothing to worry about. All that for 95 silver. I bet they feel like they made a bit of a mistake there. Holy shit. So we're probably going to be fighting... Yeah, we're probably going to be fighting lancers then instead. That's not a big deal, to be honest. They're really not a concern at all. Especially where their maximum range, I mean, their effective range is going to be cut down quite heavily by that. Here they come. Are any of them immortal? That's what I want to check first and foremost here. No, no, and no. Okay, their head's been shot off, so we wouldn't even have a choice on that one. How are you guys doing? Burns, cirrhosis of the liver, burns as well. Okay, that's fine. To be fair, they might have just spawned in on flaming terrain there. I'm not entirely sure. Weird. The other thing I've just remembered as well is we've got that new guy, right? And I've set him to butcher like a fool. We've got Fingers. If Fingers butcher, he gets the quickening. So we need to take him off of butchering. Maybe make that priority 2 for you, but drop down. I want him to do the cooking, though. I want this guy to be able to help out, but 9 out of 20. Seems a shame not to have Fingers doing that. Fingers is good at crafting, though. So to be fair, we could take him off of cooking entirely and focus him on the crafting side of things. I'm actually all right with that. I wonder if we'll survive. This is going to be a tough one. 2 Lancers. Nice. Where's the other one? Oh my god, they're shooting at the wild woman. Racist Lancers. Okay, get out there. Done. Easy. Easy combat. Some lavish meals coming in too. Look at their moods. I don't know how we've gone from, oh god, my entire base is on fire and people are dying, to green moods and bedrooms for everyone overnight. That's pretty fantastic. Now, there was a suggestion as well, completely agree with this, by the way, in the comment section, to grow trees of our own. Because as it stands right now, we are constantly scrounging for wood. The alternative is we build everything out of steel or out of our building materials, our bricks. So I think putting down another growing zone, if we've got any other... See, we've got no other zones that would really fit that. We've got 137 herbal medicine. We could always drop that in favor of it. I'll take this one. We'll say no sowing. And we'll let this grow, because this has been done in no time, a couple of days. We could put some trees down and hopefully get a harvest of the trees before... Aye? Oh my god, the guys that were on fire! I completely forgot about that. Sorry to interrupt your breakfast, but we have raiders. If you could just go ahead and... Excellent, thank you, team. Right, let's capture these guys, because they're actually at our base. Let's put down some more beds, won't we? And then we can kind of decide what we want to do with them there. Again, I want to try and recruit everybody so everybody gets a chance to name this series, because I haven't already done that for a while. Especially with Robo Daddy, with the series where it's just one dude and his robot wife. We can all die together when I fail to do heating again. What are we looking at here? Don't light fire to my beetroot. Brother, that is a capital punishment. Do you know how long it's taken me to get one successful harvest here, you shit? Right, Beta is tending. Robo Daddy is tending as well. Okay. What is that? Chemshine. Oh, right. Now, that's really dangerous, isn't it? Oh, my god, we got a siege as well immediately afterwards, huh? The Grey Vipers. We've got Hans. Wide Hans. Hans wearing a dress, I assume. Mega Sloth Wool Great Dress. Vile. To turn it with a bio-coded automatic pistol, medicine, and a minigun. Okay. Okay, these guys actually have gear that I'm getting somewhat concerned about. Look at this. I mean, these are quite obviously the pirate faction. Yeah, enemy pirate gunner. Miniguns, chain shotguns, ballpot rifle, marble club. See, that's not really so relevant. Got power armor, Yayo, and an EMP launcher. We could take the fight to them. Oh, there's also Jules. Didn't see him because of their camo. Oh, sorry, I mean, there's no one there. Bio-coded double barrel shotgun. Seems a bit of a waste on that one, to be honest with you. Okay. Let's see where they're landing for a start. That's not ideal. I think I'll send Sharamus the hit sniper. Bear in mind, he has his ballistic goggles, so his aiming time is lower. We'll send him in on a sort of solo mission, just to go and try and take out their mortars before they're built. If we could do that, that would be ideal. And then we'll get everyone else maybe squatted up in a second. Let's not waste too much time here, because it could take them a while to do this. Whale, what are you doing? Oh, consuming their survival meals. I appreciate that. I don't know if Whale is going to be injured, though. To move Sharamus forward a little bit more. There's no cover as well. Like, no cover at all here. So this is a little dangerous, I will admit. Right. Get ready. Fire. Come on. Come on, Sharamus. That's a good hit. That's what I'm after. 20 out of 45. One more. Come on. Come on, Sharamus. Boom. Oh, fantastic. What a man. Sharamus. Black Ops Orc. I like it. Okay, and now we can just walk away and let them live out their lives. Assaulting the colony. That's exactly what I wanted. Fight them on our terms. That was incredible. What a man. Those ballistic goggles, by the way, so good when you've got characters with things like sniper rifles. Let's disable running gun to give them a little bit of distance there, because they'll probably go in the front door. Oh, Beck actually caught him. That was unexpected. Shit. That was really unexpected. It's just Beck versus Sharamus. He's just go with the club, right? So as long as we can get Sharamus a little bit closer, we should be able to bail him out. Run, Sharamus. Okay, send these guys down. These guys down. Save Sharamus. Get down there. Get down there. Get down there. It's okay. It's just a little bit. It's just some bruises right now, so nothing to worry about. Forget about friendly fire. Nice, nice, nice. Take him down. Take him down. That's it, that's it. There we are, fleeing. That's what we wanted. Fingers took a shot there. Is he okay? Shot in the leg by a bullpup rifle. Not a big deal. We have got some marine armor there for free, and we've got 4 prisoners. Very nice. Not too bad at all. Didn't exactly go too well. I should have turned off run and gone with Sharamus before we started running there. He would have been fine in that situation. But we've got Beck. What a victory that is for Sharamus to be carrying the person who started beating him to prison. Let's get all of that crap out of the prison, shall we? I know that if they're armed with an EMP rifle, they're not going to do much damage if they go for a prison break, but the shotgun might do some. I've given the bullpup rifle as well to Duttrell, so that he's actually got a bit more range to him there. So everybody's got some variant of rifle. I still think swapping Sharamus's rifle out for something more practical up close wouldn't hurt. Again, if we got another battle rifle or another bullpup, that'd be pretty good. But obviously we can't deny that the sniper rifle came in incredibly useful there. Got ourselves a few components out of it too. What do we get? Some steel. It's a shame I didn't. I probably should have just left the mortar, and then we could have just uninstalled it and taken it back with us. But I guess we didn't really lose anything either. Right, there we go. Do we have mortars by default? Security. We don't. Okay, so that would have been a nice way to get a free mortar there. Why don't we take a look at what research we should do next then? Right, I have no idea. Machining is obviously a classic one, particularly as we have a couple of mechanoids to take apart. Now, sterile attire wouldn't hurt. I mean, auto doors, obviously. Fire foam? Given how many times my stockpile has burnt down, I actually might not be too against that one. I think for the time being, machining is an essential research in all Rimworld playthroughs. I don't think anyone's going to deny that. So we'll go for you first. Artillery would obviously be quite useful. That requires machining anyway as a prerequisite. Modern furniture. We've got managerial software. Might help out with some of the min-maxing. I really don't know where to be. Oh, Devil Strand wouldn't hurt. I don't know if Devil Strand, though, is going to be better than Burlap. I doubt it will be. I guess it could come in handy just in the long term. I mean, even if we just end up selling it, right, it's not too bad. It's not exactly going to cost us anything besides the time spent sewing it. So, what else have we got? The other thing I saw that I thought might end up being quite useful was medicine production. What does that unlock for us there? Make a medic bag. Oh, that allows for field stabilization. Okay, I think we'll go for those next. All of those that have some degree of usefulness. They're not fantastic, I will admit, but they're not bad. Oh, shit, we lost one of the prisoners there. So we got Kanto, we have Salinas, we have Joom, and Biesa. Biasia? I have no idea. But we've got 5 prisoners now, which is quite nice. Then obviously Nadine we're going to set to recruit first and foremost. We do have a warden on the job. Okay, cool. I think this has ended up with a master bedroom, but that honestly gives me quite a good idea. Why don't we have whoever is the elected president living in the insulated manor? And it's not too warm in there, is it? It's 27, which is a little bit on the warm side. Go ahead and put that there or something like that in the middle of the neighborhood. So who's currently elected leader of the colony? I like that. A little bit of a... I was going to say like a White House, but I mean, obviously it's just a box with some dirty floors. It is currently Beta. Beta, this is your bed now, my friend. Oh, Fingers and Beta want to live together anyway. Oh, that was a fair point that somebody suggested double beds. So, Fingers technically is allowed to live there. I don't think we can actually build him a bed, though, can we? Shit. We could build them 2 single beds? It's not long until the cotton's done anyway. We might as well just queue it up. We need a job that separates repairing machinery, repairing things that are broken down from regular repairing. Because I want him to, if a wind turbine breaks down, repair it as his top priority job beyond everything else. Or if a battery breaks down or anything like that, like the research table. We want that gone immediately. But I also don't want to make him repair highest priority, otherwise he's going to go around every wall, you know, walls that have been hit by earthquakes, raiders, whatever. He's going to go around everything and repair it, which is just not really what I want. If anyone knows of a mod, that would be really helpful. Like, really, really helpful. Really? We have nothing? I thought we were hunting wildlife actively, though. I guess we've already finished that one. Fine, bison, then. Once we go and grab those, we'll take some... Actually, let's stick with the deer to start off with. I think the bison with the 10% chance to attack. It's the same as a cougar. We'll wait. You can also... Oh, I didn't realize that wild people turned up in the hunting or taming tab, because I guess you have to tame them after all. Are you any good? Perfectionist, jealous? No, I think we ended up deciding that they probably weren't worth it. We don't need any more people who are good at researching, realistically. We ever decide whether RoboDaddy or Sharamus was the better trader? So RoboDaddy's got plus 21%. You got to bear in mind, Sharamus has that weird insect pheromone thing. 3.9%. Okay, you're garbage. So, let's get RoboDaddy back over here. Look at their moods as well. Holy shit, we've got nothing to worry about with regards to mental breaks. So I want to buy your components. Do I even want to buy your components? I'll sell you the Chemshine. Sell you the Thrombophore as well, the old Thrombofur, because it's very unlikely we're ever going to be able to finish that off. The Luciferium we definitely don't want. Just in case someone has... I don't know if they can actually take Luciferium from a mental breakdown. I don't want to try it. I don't want to risk it. I feel like it's not worth the gamble there. Keep the burlap stuff because we can sell the burlap tribal wear. But everything else we want to keep like the burlap kilts and the odd bits of gear that can be combined for the new guy. And for any other new guys we get. Obviously, got the hyperwave is bringing. This is a crazy amount of gold that we've got lying around. We're doing absolutely nothing with. Yeah, I mean we don't need that or that. There we are. Okay, what do we want to buy then? We could buy a billiards table. That would be something to add to. Bit more recreation. I do think that the components are going to come in handy. Particularly as we've got the Sandstorm coming up. I imagine a lot of our things are going to get destroyed and damaged. So we could stock up 31. They still owe us 3,000. Shit, okay. Steel. We'll buy you steel as well. Man, they really don't have much useful then, huh? We'll buy the billiards table. I guess I'll take my Luciferium back then. Thank you. I sold as much as to confer the highest profit. So we basically drained that caravan of their silver. 1,090. If we get another trader on the thing, that'd be kind of nice. Because I don't remember the last time we got a bloody trader on the on the console. Why don't we also build a slightly bigger dining table, seeing as we're looking at 7, potentially 8 people when we recruit the other immortal, and this is a little bit cramped for that. Let's go for... I'm building everything out of steel now, because we have a pretty crazy amount of steel. They're still absolutely everywhere, falling from the skies constantly, so it's probably not too bad. We'll keep the chairs, though, because they're actually quite useful. Do you want to leave a bit of a bigger area around that? Yeah, sure. Let's take that apart, and then we're going to give them a bit more of a gap for maneuverability. There we go, much better. Okay, so we've got a functional dining room. It's a bit of a mess, sure. We need one more. Oh, we actually already have a doormat there. It's just the rooms are getting naturally really, really dirty for reasons I don't quite understand. I guess the doormats just aren't as effective as they used to be. I mean, it's in a separate mod this time or something like that. The bedrooms are done now that I've built everything out of steel, so they've got pretty comfortable bedrooms, to be honest with you. It's not too bad at all. What do they think of their bedrooms? Let's take Fingers, for example. What do you think of yours? Command to base a honeymoon phase. Doesn't care. No negatives, no positives either. To say that it is quite literally all made of steel, or at least Jaramis' bedroom is, that's not too bad. So we'll get Beta and Fingers in this one. Then we've also got a spare room for... We've got a spare room for when we recruit someone else. Answer's luxuriantly comfortable as well. Very nice. Their moods are going to be insane, and all it took was a couple of little dresses that we're putting down out of steel. Speaking of steel, how are we doing on that front? So that one's completely mined out now. Okay. This one also got almost entirely mined out, so I'm starting to put down another wall there as soon as possible so we don't have 2 different points of entry for enemies. It starts to mine out this area too. Man, we are getting through steel pretty fast. Got to be a little bit more careful. Because obviously the meteors aren't falling faster than we're using steel. Oh, colonists. Wow, that's weird. Let's get you managing, see if that will give them some more jobs to do. How's that? Have we fixed it? Idle? Okay, that's a little annoying. That's 91%. Yeah, it's because the plants haven't quite grown yet. Normally they would be harvesting around now, but obviously we were dropped down by the poison and whatnot. Good hunting Sharamus. That's very brave of you. What can we get these guys doing then? We could having them smooth out parts of the base just in case we get drop pods or something like that. To be honest, dealing with this area wouldn't hurt. Doing something better with this zone. What can we get you guys to do? I guess just mine and convert it into bricks again. So we'll just put down some kind of basic... What do you think about using mining as the catch-all job then? Just put down some basic limestone designations and then lower the priority of mining down fairly significantly. Oh, it's already priority 3. Oh, they really have nothing to do there now. I'm not entirely sure why, but our cleaning area is completely reset as well. Because I definitely had that as cleaning so that they would work on it when obviously they had nothing else to do. There we are. Okay. Is there much point cleaning this room? I guess they could clean up blood and things like that, but obviously given that the floor is just entirely dead, we'll put down some concrete in there or something like that, same with the stockpile eventually. There we go. It's a little bit better. Right, so now they should really have nothing left to do. So cleaning is slightly higher priority for certain people as well. Nan, from the Orange Boulder Settlement. You're not my Nan. Psychedelic, bisexual, greedy. Crafting, that might be my Nan. Crafting, social, intellectual. Okay. Sorry, did I see no immortality? Damn it. Okay. You're definitely not someone we want to recruit. Maybe. Oh, God. I did say I'd recruit everyone, but that is pretty bad. Oh, come on. Seriously? Well, at least Rob was there to deal with it. Let's get that moved out of there as well as kind of... We can put the packaged farmers on there, I guess, but... I miss the refrigerator mod, I really do. Just somewhere, like a small area that we can have meals in the same room as the dining table would be phenomenal. Otherwise, they have to come all the way through to here, and it's not ideal. So we put an auto door there, then they can cut out the middleman entirely. Because right now, if anybody wants meals, they're always moving through. They're going through the freezer, picking up a meal on the way, and then taking it to the table, and then it's letting all the bloody cold air out. Slave ship. Okay. That one could also be pretty massive, especially because we've got a lot of gold to play around with, or a decent amount. Anyway, McNeil. Passenger, human. Show me what you've got. Messenger, sorry, not passenger. I mean, he is a passenger. Underground and nimble is quite nice. Plants and animal skill is pretty decent as well. Yeah. Why not? Welcome. Also got here, Nadine is obviously ours. We've got Gonzalez, the drone. Bite shoulder psychedelic depressive with no skills to speak of. Absolutely not, thank you. And that's it. Really? That's it? It's a little bit of a weird slave ship. We've got 2 people. We have more people than that. Giving them all of our kind of spare weaponry and crap, and we should have McNeil. Welcome. Did I not buy someone else as well, or was it just McNeil? I appreciate that. Lands and immediately, doesn't take a step, but immediately gets to work. That is the sign of a good colonist right there. So we are going to be naming these colonists very, very soon. I just wanted to make sure that we got through the Inferno. So I will be accepting names for colonists. I'll have a word with the patrons, make ssure they, or channel supporters, I should say these days, to see if they've got any good suggestions. And of course, anyone that is open after that point is going to be a free-for-all. Eli McNeil, good plant. I like that. A nice, strong plant skill. We need to work on tools. That's actually something I want to get done by the end of today. Make sure that everybody's got a tool that's relevant to their profession. One thing I've done is actually swap over, like Duttrell, I gave him Fingers' meat cleaver. It's obviously speeding up his work speed by a little bit. It's not fantastic. I guess we'll have you on handle and train. We can capture that wild woman if we wanted to. I don't want to. Let me just make that clear, but we can. Oh, good at fishing too. I don't think we've got any ponds on this map though, do we? Nope, nothing at all. Well, I'll let you know when we find some dirt fish. Growing, mining, priority 3, plant cutting, and I guess that's everything. Obviously stone cut. Oh, stone cut is highest priority, really? I'll drop that down a little bit so it's not superseding kind of their main job. Cremate is a bit irrelevant. Why cremate when you could just pile them all up underground? I'm sure that won't cause any issues. And then we're good. Welcome to the team, McNeil. Oh, that's really bad. Beta lost the trait Sanguine. I think that's the first good trait that we've lost. Because you don't really need to be upbeat and happy all the time if you've just got everything given to you on a silver platter. It's getting unnecessary expectations, I think. Or a bit foolhardy expectations, seeing as the sandstorms are going to whip through and destroy absolutely everything we've built here. What do we want to put down, then? Go for, like, Psychite Tea. That's always quite a nice little thing to get in bonus. Again, cabbages or trees, like I talked about earlier. They are about to finish machining, so we can take everything away and go for tree sowing. Because that's going to be done in about 2 seconds flat. There we are. And then after that's finished, we'll turn this into somewhere to grow some trees. Again, I'm not sure we'll actually get any done before the next season kicks around, but we've got Fingers basically recycling. Oh my god, he's using burlap to make the slabs. What are you doing? I thought that was quite nice and clever. We were recycling slabs up to a certain amount, and then if we need more insulation slabs, you make that, and then you recycle it. Then we've always got a base amount of burlap, and then we've also got the insulation slabs as well to allow us to build whatever we need with regards to clothing. Turns out I'm an idiot and had him making the burlap, making the insulation slabs into burlap, and then making the burlap back into the insulation slabs, and losing like 9/10 of everything we're producing here. What an idiot. Dean's resistance has been broken by RoboDaddy. There we go. Right, let's get down a tool producer. I guess we'll go electric smithy then, huh? I'll put it right there. Tool producer? What do you mean? YouTube.com/RowanD2Games. Let's put that over there. And I guess we'll just get Fingers to take over that after he's done with some of the clothes. I think the clothes are slightly higher priority, given that we have a naked old man running around my fields. Oh, there we go. Shit. Welcome aboard. Look at these people that we're getting, huh? Okay. Let's copy you over, and then back to... I mean, it's great to get a nice buffer for corpses when the... when the tornadoes whip around. She's as skilled as RoboDaddy in surgery. Now, what that means as well is we could do some operations on RoboDaddy if it's necessary. It means if we get any sort of fancy bionics, perhaps. I don't think we will in this series, because things are a little harder to come by. You know, we've really got to fight for everything this time around, so I don't think we're going to be relying on getting some really overpowered shit, which was obviously the whole point of the series. It's not bad at researching. What are we going to do with you? Doctor, but there's no need for a doctor all the time. I mean, hunting, obviously. You're terrible at it. Cleaning? It feels bad to have a doctor working as a cleaner, but, I mean, there's no call for a doctor here. In an emergency, she will quite literally save lives. I mean, that's what doctors do. But what I mean is she will be the difference between life and death for our people, prisoners, whatever. But outside of that, she's a bit useless. She's immortal. Yeah, she's immortal. You gotta take the good with the bad. Right, so, let's get RoboDaddy to see what this combat supply's got. Weapons, preferably, because we are low on weapons. We've got people that I now cannot arm. Nothing. Combat supplier, also low on weapons, weirdly enough. You want my drugs, though? Done. Oh, Luciferium, I should say. When I mean drugs, I mean like paracetamol, if YouTube's watching. Like the literal phrase, not the... Do you think I got away with that one? I think we're in trouble. Automatic pistol, normal. Give me one of those. That's the best we can do right now. Oh, well, that'll do. The wall's almost repaired from those meteors that came through earlier. We're just waiting on a little bit more limestone. But everybody's got quite a lot to do now by the looks of it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Problem solved. That should solve the limestone issue. Everyone's now horribly unemployed. Right, how are we looking on the tree zone? It's taking a long time. What the hell's Robert Daddy doing? Yeah, eating lunch, but besides that... Oh, he is actually helping with the research. What I would like to do, of course, is to sort this shit out. So we've got 2 research benches rather than just the 1. We're going to fit that in, though. We need to build a dedicated research lab. We'll put it up here or something. And then we could use this as, I don't know, prisoner storage. Extra prisoner storage, perhaps, just so we're not at such a big risk of prison breaks. What we could do is have a room for recruiting people. This could be a prison, but like a luxury prison where they're always in a good mood and much more susceptible to recruitment attempts. That's not a bad idea. Sharamus has a hammer. We've got hatchets that are good for plant speed, so to be honest, everybody could have that. Same with the pickaxe, too. Scalpels would be good for anybody with medical, given that it gives medical 10 quality by 10% and medical potency by 15%. So we need 2 more of those, because everybody has them. A wrench. What's a wrench good for? Shredding, repair, construction. We've got nothing that helps with crafting at all. A hammer, perhaps? General labor speed plus 10%. I don't know what general labor counts as. Making stone blocks, making chem fuel, tailoring clothes. Oh, right, okay. Well, let's get a spare hammer then. Let's get a couple of those. And then hatchets, I mean, it's good just to have a few of those lying around. Same with pickaxes too. And then we'll swap them out as and when they become necessary. But that'll do for tools. I don't really want to be too min-maxy with it, particularly with simple sidearms. It ends up being quite a big weight on them if you have everyone with a hammer, everybody with a pickaxe. I mean, it's just too... they go everywhere, they drop them. It becomes a massive pain in the ass, what I'm getting at. I like that he's in such a good mood, he doesn't mind working for 4 days solid here. Beater's been re-elected, fair enough. Yeah, he's just been working absolutely non-stop there. And he's done. Okay, there we are. So we've taken off the night vision goggles. What did those do again? Shooting accuracy. So we should really give those to someone who's crap at shooting. So shame you can't see shooting skill at a glance. I'm pretty sure the numbers mod had something like that, though. Who's our worst shot? 0.75 with Nadine. Oh, good God. Okay, you get those then. There we go. Does that mean the external wall's finished? Oh, almost. We've got... Oh, we just needs to build it. The external blocks are finished. Very nice. Okay, that's pretty good. But the only damage that we really took there, and we're back to normal. Base is looking really nice. I'm happy with the progress we made. I know it's only been very minor today, but getting things kind of nicely polished off. Obviously, we fought off a lot of raids today. Might be a little bit overkill on the... Oh, God, is that really all we're doing? Just mining constantly. Seems like such a waste, especially when it's not even, like, good stuff that we're mining. Can grow anima trees. A whole field of them. We won't be doing that, I don't think. I think we'll stick to, what do you think, like acacia tree? Acacia's known for their ability to tolerate high alkalinity, drought, high temperatures, sandy or stony soil. I mean, we could plant acacia trees. Bear in mind we've got sandstorms coming in. We'll go for oak. I mean, oak take bloody ages to grow, don't they? 30 days. That will take us just into sandstorm season. Acacia take 15. That way we can just avoid sandstorm season. It gives us a few days to harvest them. Okay, we'll do that. Got another slave ship. Okay. Let's go take a look. These ones actually have a lot more people for sale. Cooking 10, Trigger Happy, Night Owl, Underground are all pretty good traits. Can I take on this many people? This is pretty crazy. Animals, cooking, plants, I mean, not bad. I'm going to check for immortality across the board. Just to start off with. Heat stroke initial. What? On a spaceship? I guess it's randomized somewhat. And that's all they've got again. Go on. We'll see who we can afford. We'll definitely buy you, the stew keeper. We don't really need another cook. We definitely don't need another cook, but could just be useful to have around. Salinas, you never know when you're going to lose a cook. We're looking for people with construction skill. I mean, that's really the big thing here. And none of them have any discernible construction skill. Pyromaniac, not in 1,000 years am I buying you. Greedy as well is pretty terrible. I could fuck with you there. Chemical interest, psychically deaf, nudist, straight. Nudist is always pretty fine. Okay, maybe we'll go for you then. Hang on. Salinas. Yeah, let's go for Salinas. So they want a bunch of gold for this so that we can't afford. We apparently picked up a grenade launcher somewhere. Hey, I'm not complaining. Give that to our person who's crap at shooting. How can I afford this, though? We'd have to sell some people. That's really not what we do here. Wait, I'm selling them. No. You're looking at the wrong way around, you fool. Right, let's try that again. Take 2. Trigger Happy is quite nice, and Coordinated is quite nice. Social 10, Crafting Artistic, not too bad. And then, it's because I'm looking at it thinking, oh, they've got a lot of slaves. But no, it's us. Mining 11. Ooh, Brown Thumb. Lowers plants, though. They got too smart, which is quite nice for the backup crafter. We can pick one or the other. We can't afford both. And that's even if I sell them some components, which I really do not want to do. What if we do a trade? Do you think is that acceptable within the rules? That if we trade a person for another person, that's okay. So we trade like those two for this person and then I think that's a fair upgrade. I like that. Let me know what you think about that. Well, I'm going to do it now because I think that's a reasonable trade-off. We've got Layla there. Leia, sorry. Leia, what were you good at? Excuse me, I would like to see your stats if you don't mind. Trigger happy, coordinated, right. You're good at crafting is going to come in really, really handy. Also good at wardening. I like that. Another secondary warden is pretty good. Harvesting, growing is pretty bad, so we'll set you to growing, but obviously not harvesting until you've trained up a little bit more. Train combat, irrelevant until we've actually done some research into that. I guess we'll have you on board with the fabrication, the machining, smithing, tailoring. It's all fine. That's absolutely okay. And then, oh god, that's Rubber Daddy, so forget about that one. I'm pretty happy with that. Some more bedrooms now, though, aren't we? Damn. Didn't consider that. Okay. I mean, it's not really going to take too much to clone a couple of extra bedrooms. What I am doing is starting to work on the new research lab. So north of the stockpile is where that's going to go down. Let's do something like that. Just kind of keep things nicely wired in, just in case of any sort of emergency. We've had a lot of emergencies. I think, you know what, one wire per section is okay. You know, like a meteor or a tornado or something like that falling on it. We don't want them to be completely cut off. And let's go with a steel door. Let's put one like there and there because that is the entrance to the lab. Then we can put the actual building, the actual research tables all the way down the other side. So we put multi-analyzer there, then we can do that. Filing cabinet on either side of the desk. I think that's probably not too terrible. And then let's go steel dining chairs. We don't really have much else. Fortunately, I can't offer them anything besides that. I mean, sterile floors, a little bit on the expensive side. Bonus to cleanliness. It's expensive. It's very expensive. I mean, we could cut the room down in size, perhaps, and then do that. So what do you think about maybe doing that instead? Okay, I like that. We'll do something like that, and this area can be, I don't know, something. A hospital. Brilliant. There you go. Expert idea. We'll do something like that then, and we'll put down a couple of hospital beds in there at some point. There won't be much room, obviously, because it's only a, like a 3 by whatever this is, 11. It's not going to be fantastic for hospital beds, but that's okay. All for tomorrow is paths down everything. That'd be really nice now that we've got a few more blocks coming in, now that we've got some mining going down. Potentially, when we get an advanced component, of course, the ground penetrating scanner too. What happens if you don't scan? You could put a drill down without scanning, right? I can't believe I've only just thought about that. So we could have just stuck that down there and just had them drilling all day without any need for moving it around. I hope. Let's give it a go. Limestone chunks. And then we can just sit there and mine limestone chunks today. So whoever's crap at everything can be our drill boy. What's the person late? I mean, we can have you do it. No, the doctor. It was the spared doctor who had nothing to do. Nadine. Congratulations. I think that is a pretty good place to leave it here for today. It's been a lot of tidying up, a lot of fixing things, but I think we've done a pretty good job. Trees are sowed. We've got all the walls tidied back up. Obviously, some extra buildings gone down there, and a bunch of people. So I'm going to start collecting names for that today, and then we'll get some renaming done for the first time in what feels like a very, very, very long time. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this one. As I mentioned yesterday, we have, of course, changed over crowdfunding platform, but Patreon will still continue on towards September. A big thank you goes out to Rage Dragon, Chris, Jackson Widman, Michael Mullen, Ben Hofflin, Asana Kuritsu, Kyle, Zetlock, Amethyst Corona, Pelvis Presley, Alchemia, Scott, Necrophilin, Shay, Schoolwork, and, of course, everyone else at the insane tier levels on Patreon. Big thank you to you guys for making the channel possible in the first place. And a thank you as well goes out to Llewellyn Thomas, Pantherpel, Tavorda, Aramis, Prometheo, Voodoo Mumbo, Archbishop, Danny, Mythomatic, Couch Sitter, Grey, Luciola, Betterman's Max, Tempe, and Fenrir, along with everyone else over at Patreon for, again, their support over the course of August. And then we are on to coffee. The coffee list will also be shouted out this month as well, but I'm basically having to go through genuinely 200 plus emails right now. So it's going to take me a very, very, very long time, at least for the first time we write up the lists. Then it shouldn't be too bad after that. But I've got to try and basically find a way to do it. So thank you all for your patience, and I'll see you all tomorrow for more war crimes.